Kenji and Miho decided to go camping for the weekend. Seeking to escape the hustle and bustle of city life, they headed to a campsite deep in the mountains, surrounded by an ancient forest known for its many legends. Upon arriving at the campsite, they set up their tent and began preparing dinner. As the sun set, the forest was enveloped in silence. The only light came from the campfire, and the sound of the wind, rustling through the trees. Kenji started talking about the local legends. They say you can hear strange voices in this forest at night. It's believed that the souls of those who went missing in this forest long ago still wander here. Miho, intrigued yet uneasy, listened closely. That's really scary. Maybe we shouldn't wander around at night. As night deepened, the two went into their tent to sleep. Outside, it was pitch dark, with barely any moonlight. After a while, Miho noticed a faint voice coming from outside. It could have been the wind, but it sounded like a whisper, almost human. Kenji, wake up. I hear something outside. Miho shook Kenji awake. Kenji listened but heard nothing. It's probably just the wind. Don't worry about it. Miho tried to reassure herself but couldn't shake off the uneasy feeling. Later that night, Miho woke up again. This time, she clearly heard the voice. It was a woman's voice, distant but unmistakable, crying out for help. Filled with fear, Miho woke Kenji again. I really hear it now. Someone is calling for help. Kenji grabbed a flashlight and decided to check it out. I'll go take a look. You stay here. Kenji ventured into the forest, following the direction of the voice. The sound grew louder, and his unease grew with it. The forest was dark, and the ground was treacherously uneven. Finally, Kenji found the source of the voice. It was a woman in tattered clothes, standing with her back to him, crying. Kenji approached cautiously. Are you alright? The woman turned around, her face covered in blood, her eyes empty and lifeless. Kenji froze in terror and fled the scene. When Kenji returned to the tent, Miho was already outside. What happened? Run! That wasn't a person, Kenji shouted, and they both ran towards the car. But when they reached it, the same woman was standing there. Her appearance seemed ghostly, appearing everywhere. In despair, they stood frozen. The woman's voice echoed in their ears again, and their consciousness slowly faded into darkness. The next morning, there was no sign of the two at the campsite. Only their tent and car remained. The locals realized that another legend had been added to the forest's history. Since then, it has been said that one must never spend the night in this forest.